Good evening, guys. Should be live here. We'll get our scripted part out of the way. How's this stream doing tonight? Decent so far. Well, thanks for joining tonight, guys. I released the short that we made this morning a couple hours ago. Got Fiestas in the chat. Let's go. Released a short a couple hours ago. We're calling for a controversial... Yeah, it seems pretty good, Elena. Seems pretty good right now. I've been doing hard resets also, so we'll go with it. Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining right up. Sorry I'm a little late. I mean, we already got a hockey game in the second period. It's only 7:15, but Flyers are up 2-1 over the Penguins. Hopefully we'll start covering some hockey here. Maybe we'll start to have guest hosts to cover the hockey. But I was thinking what we'd do tonight was continue the theme of this morning, which is calling for a controversial rule change that's not that controversial. Yo, Dan. Welcome in. I was thinking what we do tonight is keep going, just finish the theme for today, but do that basketball one that we were talking about, you know, like calling for the elimination, like kind of do it as a week after take on the NBA scandal that dropped last week. Stream's lagging a little bit. Hopefully we keep up here tonight, guys. Wait. Well, Dan, you were commenting on how that's how the NBA can rig games, or the refs can rig games, is like 2 quick fouls with the whole foul limits thing. So I was thinking we could call for either the abolition of the foul limit or at the very least reform of the foul limit. Like 6 fouls in the NBA, 5 fouls in college basketball. We might as well bring up college basketball too, because it's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous in the foul limit. Just like finish the theme for today. We were calling for, people ended up liking the short. That short that either reform or abolish, Elena. Yeah. Like, people liked that short we released. It got 4,000 views, and I dropped right after I dropped it. It was crazy. It had one of the hottest drops. It was one of our hottest drops ever. Let's just say that. I can show you guys. Dan, are you tuning into the Flyers Penguins game, Dan? You're tuning in the former squad as well? I mean, that's support, dude. Uh-oh, guys. Stream's real low quality tonight. Hopefully it kicks up a little bit. Here. I saw Sidney Crosby was still playing. I read his name in the box score. I was like, what? Sidney Crosby's still playing? Anyway, so there you go. So you got former squad on. Well, thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully our stream quality kicks up a little bit here. So I was thinking we would start to write that script. Calling for at the very least, reform, possible abolition of the foul limit. The movement to reform or abolish the foul limit. So we can say something like this year's NBA season started off with a bang. This year's NBA season started off with news of a federal gambling investigation involving, we'll just say that'll just be that's just our context. That's where we're starting from. This year's NBA season started off with news of a federal gambling investigation. I'm gonna quit CapCut for now. Hopefully that might up our stream quality a little bit here. So this year's NBA season started off with news. Let me get that. That's a good point, Dan. That's a good point. That's a great counterpoint that we got to consider. There does need to be some kind of repellent to keep guys from just hacking away. It's true. The Hack-a-Shack, maybe at a certain limit you get suspended for half of next game. It's like that's taking it from soccer, right? With like the yellow card accumulation. I like that idea. I think that's a great idea. Because that way, I guess, would you then have goons, like similar to you have in hockey? You know, then you just have a guy, his job is just to go out there every now and then and just, like, get a whole bunch of fouls. That's a good point, though. Hopefully our stream kicks up a little bit here. We got the baseball game coming on in about 40 minutes or so. Hashtag new rules apply. Dang, guys. Yeah, put some new rules on there. All right, so we'll keep writing this script here. Hopefully our stream kicks up. Otherwise, we might. I think we're okay. We can look up the history of the foul limit. Basketball has always had the concept of fouls. Yeah, the vid hit pretty good. It had a really good title. Shohei Ohtani is too good ? question mark. So we'll say this year's NBA season started off with news of a federal gambling investigation. A week later, nah. Any suggestions, guys, where we go from here? I was also thinking we could do other rules too. I mean, that's why I think if you look at the video that we just released, it got a lot of likes. Like, it was controversial, but, like, it got more likes than dislikes by a lot. Like, so people kind of agree. So there have to be other rules out there. Like, I mean, I was just thinking the foul limit might be one, but there have to be other rules out there. So that's the one I was thinking of. Players can't be artificially made to be benched or ejected due to completely normal play and competitiveness. Yeah, I agree. Dude, Dan, this is great. You're writing this speech for me, bro. You're like, this is Dan. This is Chai GPT, dude. Can that be a new nickname, dude? Pos Chai GPT. That'd be great. Dan's like, I'm like, I got nothing tonight, guys. Dan also wrote the script to this morning's stream. Short. Full disclosure. Yeah, people like, Dan, you're cool with me just like saying these words and putting them out there on our channel? Because I love them. We can just go with what we can just read our chat right now. This year's NBA season started off with news of a federal gambling investigation. There does need to be some kind of repellent to keep guys from just hacking away, maybe at a certain limit. You get suspended for the next game or the whole game. I love this. This is great. Dad, these are good. And I think, dude, people like this stuff because it's like it's like controversial takes, you know. They're from a point of reason. So it's good, and that's why I like this concept. So I'll start typing out a script here. We'll say this year's NBA season started off with news of a federal gambling investigation. I'm gonna add like a connecting sentence, like, wow, because This is our OG video. Like our OG video is the draft is rigged. Like us calling out the NBA for being rigged. So I'll say while the NBA might never be able to rid the allegations of being rigged, we propose a reform that could improve the situation, period. Then I'll go to Dan's sentence and I'll say, while I'm going to add a while there does need to be some kind of repellent. Or maybe I'll add another connecting sentence there, because that's why we're talking about this. Is like, oh shoot, favorite Shrek movie? Oh, one or two? Probably one. Definitely one. I mean, two probably has some funny moments, but I remember one. What's up, All Out Broncos, 1858? Hopefully the stream doesn't end here. We'll see. So far we got this year's NBA season started off with news of a federal gambling investigation. While the NBA might never be able to rid itself from or of allegations. No, it's too long. Favorite Shrek movie? Shrek 1. Shrek 1, I guess. Oh shoot. Still gotta release our Wemby video, guys. Got a lot of videos to release / work on, but I'm glad we're working on some new content. We got the Sixers on right now. They're losing to the Wizards. Sixers are one of the undefeated teams in the NBA right now, as of now. How's our stream quality doing? For a minute. So far in our script for what's our title? What's our title going to be? Maybe like the NBA is rigged. Oh, Dan, I really appreciate you being here. You don't got a 2-1 fly, guys. Let's go. Our title's going to be the NBA is rigged, but here's a solution or something like that. But but this could help. All caps. Like a dual sentence. The end. I'm going to try, guys, I'm going to try something here. Okay, bear with me if there are technical difficulties here momentarily. No, maybe not. It's not worth it. I'm trying to show you guys. Now, in the future, I'll have it so you can see the scripts live on screen. That'd be so. But I guess you can see it in the chat. For now. But yeah, I'll add a screen where you can see the script we're working on. I like the double. I'm all about the double vertical lines right now. And the all caps. The NBA is rigged. Double slash. But this could help. This could help. I think that's pretty clickable. I think that's why our video popped so good today. Was we had one of the reasons. Well, yeah, we can get into the refs, Elena. And I was thinking about releasing this one as like a longer form video. Yes, is. There will be an is in there. The NBA rigged. You're correct. Yes, there will be a. I'll retype it. But this could help. All caps though. You like the double slash? The double vertical lines? I'm all about the double vertical lines. It just gives it like a Roman classical feel to it. If you get what I'm saying. Like the columns. So that's our at least working clickbait title. High CTR. Click-through rate. And we'll start off by saying this year's NBA season started off with news of a federal gambling investigation. While the NBA... All right, here's the sentence I'm stumbling over. I'll just say, while allegations of being rigged... While allegations of being... will... Yeah, we're all about the double vertical. I gotta start using... We're gonna be using... I guess we can't... I wonder if something you can overuse. We're gonna be using the double verticals. While allegations of being rigged will never... leave. Leave? Disappear? It will never go away. Duh. Thanks for sticking around through this laggy stream, guys. I really appreciate it. If in the chat, if you're saying if it's too laggy, you want me to do a reset, I will. I don't know why it's so bad tonight. We think abolishing, or at least reform. And I love just, I love using these words with talk about sports. You know, we're talking about reforming the NBA. It's great. This year's NBA season started off with news of a federal gambling, and that's why I like that our video popped so well. It's like because people like that, you know, and that was original from us. Probably going to stream till about 8 o'clock tonight, guys. Dan, but that is fire. That is fire. I love this. Shoot. Use those strong words. Let's go. Agreed. I love go a long way towards fixing the fix. That's great. That's great. This year's NBA season started off with news of a federal gambling investigation. While allegations of being rigged will never go away, this may go a long way towards fixing the fix. Then I got to scroll up in the chat now. I'll just say something. We need like a short sentence here. Something like calling fouls has always been a way to change the game. Has always been foul calls have always foul calls can often determine the direction of a basketball game. I think that's good. I think we've got it. A good little connection here. Seems like the stream just came back up stronger than ever, guys. Streams now stronger than ever. At least tonight. Foul calls have been a governing force. You guys are alright. Alright. Foul calls have been a governing force. I love it. I love it. Lena, I don't know. We gotta, now that we're in the media game, we gotta like be careful with our words, you know what I'm saying? Dang, we're all over the place right now. How about foul calls have been a governing force? Yes, that's good. That's a good, Dan. That's good because you say we pay to see at the end there. I love that because that's like, and we're gonna use. I like using that towards the end. I love using. That's what I'm saying. I changed Elena's sentence a little bit. I said, just to tread lightly, because we got to be careful now that we're called for NBA refereeing reform, NBA, you know. Just got to be a little bit, because it was funny, like one of the, like I watched this one video, I'll share it with you guys if you're interested. It was like about a former mobster. Oil up, let's go. What's up, Teddy? What's up, Teddy? There's like a former mobster talking about the NBA situation. And like a lot people often ask like, well, why? This is like my retelling of his analysis of the situation. And he was like, no, I'm not. I'm saying, Dan, I'm saying Elena's sentence where Elena said, foul calls allow the referees to choose their own outcomes. Like that, I'm not like it. That's almost like that's implying that they're choosing their own outcomes, which is what we're implying. But we just gotta be careful about this stuff, with like libel laws. Like now that we're in the media game and like slander and stuff, I'm not saying we're not gonna do it, but like we gotta just at least think about it first. But we are commentating. It's clear that we're commentating, so I think we are clear. Usually, we do have the First Amendment, but like in terms of alleging, it is what I'm. I guess you're right, Elena. It is what I'm implying, kind of. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you brought your own refs to the game. Well, I just changed it slightly. Hopefully our stream kicks back up here. We kicked up for a minute there, guys. And we're back down again. We got to get this script written because I'm not thinking we're getting enough views right now that we're probably not going to release anything tonight. We'll probably release something tomorrow. Maybe. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. They might be kicking me off here. We'll see. Hopefully not. Uh-oh. I gotta get this stuff written down before this stream ends. There does need to be some kind of repellent to keep guys from just hacking away. Exactly. They don't. That's a good point too, Dan. That's a very good point. We're talking all about the winners. It's when in reality it's about the point spread. So what? Yeah, that's a good point, Clarks. That's a good. You guys are making just some amazing points. Well, it seems like our quality's up right now. We're rolling here, guys. Let's go. I kind of like saying something like calling out like it's yellow card. Dan, what are your instincts? Like, do you think we're not trying to rage bait people here, but like, do you like comparing it to, is that where you got the suspended idea from? Like from soccer, I'm like all the way back there in the chat, still writing out our script. So far, what I got is the NBA is rigged, but this could help. This year's NBA season started off with news of a federal gambling investigation. While allegations of being rigged will never go away, this may go a long way towards fixing the fix. Foul calls have been a governing force and allow the refs to sway the outcome. While there does need to be some kind of repellent to keep guys from just hacking away, maybe at a certain point you get suspended for the next game. I think that's the bones of it. Decent bones, I think. Stream's all over the place tonight, guys. I hear you, Wayne. That's a good point. As long as we're being true to what we believe, we should say it. All this stuff is true. How about this? We can say, this is like our thesis statement. While allegations of being rigged will never go away, foul call reform may go a long way towards fixing the fix. And then we say foul calls have been a governing force and allow the refs to sway the outcome. Maybe we just we leave that stuff in the background and we could just say, while there does... All right, I gotta let a cat inside. I'll be right back. I think that's right. You're right, Dan, that you do get a suspension after you accumulate enough technicals. I don't know if there's a foul accumulation, though. You like pointing that out, Clarks? I was thinking this is going to be a longer video. Like we can, because we have like of the 3-pronged YouTube channel, we've got the live going where we make all this stuff. We've got the shorts going, obviously. The one thing we're lacking is the videos section, the like longer form videos. So I was thinking this one could be like develop into a longer form video, and maybe we could get into the whole referee stuff about it. I just thought it was a logical place to go after our discussion this morning. So then we say foul calls have been a governing force and allow the refs to sway the outcome. Because that's more implication, It's much more implication. We admit there does need to be some repellent to keep guys from just hacking away. Well, we got to say, like in our short this morning, while it was good, we kind of buried the lead, I blame it on, I take full responsibility for it, but we didn't bring up our proposal until well into the short, which was if you get intentionally walked multiple times in the same game, you should go to second base. And then we didn't even go fully into that proposal, but I think we got to say it's what our foul reform is. We probably don't, Clarks. We can probably just... We can probably just say something like... accumulation over time, yeah. I think that makes sense. Now it's just funny. I'm just having like I'm like, oh, this will never happen. But hey, might as well call for it to happen. You know, it will never happen if we don't call for it to happen. That's for sure. So we're calling for NBA foul reform. That's what we're thinking tonight, guys. We released the Shohei Ohtani short calling for intentional walk reform this morning, or released this afternoon, made this morning. So right now we're starting a video on personal foul / NBA reform. Maybe it could just be NBA reform in general. It's a little bit wider. I gotta get some of these lines down. What is it? Dan, I'm going back over these lines that you wrote earlier. Amazing. Players can't be benched or ejected due to completely normal play and competitiveness. Now, oh man, dude, these are great, Dan. I'm gonna have to give him some food or something. What is it? I like it. I mean, because now we're actually proposing a reform. We're not just saying get rid of it. And I'm loving this because we can make this into a longer form piece. Like already, like our short this morning, guys, was not even really a short. Like, Dan, like some of you, if you've seen some of the shorts that we've released, like some of them are like, most of them are like, you know, 15 seconds or something. Like that was the short we released Monday, was 15 seconds. The one this morning was 1:07. So this, like, we've got some great stuff in here in this chat tonight, but it's just probably not, and we'd have to condense it so much that it's not going to make it into a short video. I don't think, without leaving points that we're making out. So I'm thinking this is going to be a longer form video. Is this a rehab channel? What do you mean by that? I've never heard of a rehab channel before. Welcome. Big task at hand. We have ourselves a big task at hand tonight. We're calling for foul call reform in the NBA. I'll be 1 second. Are there other rules that we could change? Big task at hand. I'm wondering, like, if we should make this into like a much longer video. Not much longer, but like a couple minutes, you know? No, I totally want a longer video, Dan. That's what I'm saying. I do want a longer video. I was just making sure. I think I'm just saying that's probably the direction we're going with this. It's going to be a little bit longer, which is good. Like, we've been missing that piece. This is great. I just added a sentence, but players fouling out in crucial moments, being benched early in games due to foul trouble, ruins games for paying fans. Something like that. I mean, we can edit it, but I'll give us a read through of what I got so far in a minute. And we'll mix and match, we'll edit it. We'll be on for another maybe like 10 minutes or so, guys. We'll call it about an hour stream tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining. It's been great. We got a lot done tonight. And tomorrow and in the future, you're gonna be. I'll have it on a screen where you can see what I'm typing. We just haven't been writing these longer scripts recently. So it's great that we're doing it, but I don't have the screen ready to go on the streaming profile. But I will tomorrow. What up, Leo? 100%. You guys are making some great. You guys are making some great points tonight. Seems like our no. Thanks for hyping the channel, guys. Thanks for being here. So right now we got. I'll start reading it. The NBA is rigged, but this could help. This year's NBA season started off with news of a federal gambling investigation. While allegations of being rigged will never go away, foul call reform may go a long way towards fixing the fix. Foul calls have been a governing force and allow refs to sway the outcome. We admit there does need to be some repellent to keep guys from just hacking away. But players fouling out in crucial moments, being benched early in games due to foul trouble, ruins games for paying fans. Players can't be benched or ejected due to completely normal play and competitiveness. If there is no blatant violence or violation of sportsmanship, players need to be able to play to their competitive heart's content. The capitalization of capping foul numbers enables referees to dictate how much a player can contribute to the game we pay to see. Even manipulating an outcome without changing the winner can be done way too easily. Something like that? Maybe? What did we need to fix? Dan wrote a lot of that script. A whole lot of it. Appreciate it, Dan. I'm loving it. Thanks for joining tonight, guys. If you haven't, go check out our Shohei Ohtani short we just released. We also released a Tony Gonzalez throwback short on Monday. Stream might be ending soon anyway. We were going to call it around this time. Thanks for joining tonight, guys. We'll check on how our sports are doing. Although that might really fully kill the stream. Longer form. I'm glad that we're gonna start. We're starting to work on this longer form video. This is great. Did we think of any other? Should it just be limited to foul call reform, or should we widen this out to further reforms? World Series game hasn't started yet. About to start. A couple minutes probably. Sixers down 5 at half. We'll see if they'll be undefeated tomorrow when we join back up tomorrow. What are you saying, guys? Make it a series? Okay. A reform series. I like it. So just make this. All right, cool. That'll be our plan. All right, guys. We're probably going to end the stream here. Thank you guys so much for joining. We'll be back on tomorrow morning. What's good? X21, XM21. We're about to end our stream, but if you got something to say, let us know. XM21. Anyway, guys, so today, big success. This morning, we made a Shohei Ohtani is too good, ? Calling for intentional walk reform. Players need to start. Yeah. They yell at. I love that. All right, so Dan, that'll be an episode, and I just thought of another episode. So one episode can be players getting disciplined for their complaining, then yell at refs the way managers yell at umpires. I love it. Yeah, like bring sportsmanship back, basically. Right? I was thinking with LSU and James Franklin and all these public schools paying out like $50 million buyouts to the college football head coaches to pay them not to coach there. I was thinking that could be a reform. Like, if you're going to sign a. I think that is something that could be reformed. Now, people get like, because it's like the ESPN had a headline, and it's like Brian Kelly got fired from LSU, and he was like, they show him like he's upset. It's like he's getting paid $50 million. Which, like, he's probably not upset. Like, this morning's? What do you mean, Clarks? So, we can make an episode about players getting disciplined for their complaining. I like that. I'm thinking calling for college football buyout reform. We already called for intentional. Bring sportsmanship back is a good theme for us. Although we will be doing a TO short this week for Elena's birthday. We'll see, probably Thursday, I'm thinking. Throwback Thursday, day early. We're gonna call the stream here tonight, though, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. We'll be back on tomorrow morning. We'll continue to work on this stuff together. So thanks so much for joining tonight, guys.